Hi everybody, this is Julie with Stitches of Love Quilting. Today I'm going to show you how I trim my Calendar Girls for the free pattern that we offer for those of you who are members of the Calendar Girls Club. If you're not a member and you're interested in these lovely little girls, you're welcome to go to our website, click on clubs, and you can click on stitcheries and see the girls. But let's get to it and I'll show you how I do this. For my finishing kit, I'm going to make my girls be 8.5. I'm going to cut them to be 8.5 by 10.5. So when you look at the girls, they're all a little bit different based on what their little dresses are and the wording and everything. So what I'm doing to find where the center is, I'm folding my block right sides together and bringing the edge, the final edge of stitching over to where I can see through the final edge on the other side. And then I want to make sure that the girl is actually kind of standing straight, like if her feet were flat on a floor. So there she is like that. Then I turn it around, and because I want it to be 8.5, I'm cutting it to 4.25. So 1, 2, 3, 4.25. So I put that on the fold and I cut it. Now I've cut a few of these already, so I feel a little confident. I do have to admit that initially I was not happy to do this. It kind of scared me because all the work we put into stitching our girls made me a little nervous. So there she is, and hopefully she's kind of straight. Her foot's going over the line, but I don't think she would stand this way, so I think I did it right. So now to do the opposite way for the 10.5, again I do the same thing. And I'm going to fold her up where I can see through. This time I'm going to make sure that my edges are completely straight here. And then I'm going to turn her, and since 10.5, half of that is 5.25, I'm going to 5.25 on my ruler, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.25. And then you also want to double check, and I can see right here through my line, you probably can't see that, it's not perfectly straight. So I'm going to straighten that out a little bit. And now I'm going to do it again, 5.25. And I put my marks. I'm going to check and make sure that it's squared up on my ruler squared up here to 5.25. It's going across straight on these dots. A lot of times I like to look at the dots. I find it easier to see through to the dots so I can see down here. I'm going to hold it straight and open my blade and whack it off. And then there we should have an 8.5 by 10.5 inch girl. Now I've already trimmed May. Isn't she cute? Looks like I did July on a slightly different color white. September's on whiter. You may have used different backgrounds for yours too. So, some of us may have been inadvertently doing that, but anyway, aren't they so cute? I just think they're the stinkingest, cutest little girls ever.
Will you show us each month real fast?
Oh, okay.
They're in order on the pile for you.
Okay, so let's see if I can do this. These are not trimmed yet, and they're missing some parts sometimes because once we decided to do the buttons, which was after January, I left off where I was going to be inserting buttons. So like there's buttons for her earmuffs. So anyway, this is the January girl.
And there's pictures on the blog of each calendar
we have
buttons.
We have pictures of them, yes. And then here, well, let's do it like this. In February. Now she looks a little bland because there's little heart buttons that go on her skirt here. They all get a little heart on their chest, which I think still in February I stitched my heart.
Do they all have a heart for real?
Yeah, they all have a heart.
Oh.
And here's March in her little wackadoodle bright glasses, her spiffy socks, or whatever kind of shoes she's wearing, our little Irish girl. And April showers with her little bunny in her pocket. Isn't she so sweet? And like for instance, she looks a little naked right here. I know there's a button that goes in the center of the egg there. And then of course you saw May. We look at her again. Okay. And then June. June was a lot of fun. She had a lot of flowers on her
She's my favorite.
She's Brittany's favorite.
Her skirt is awesome.
She gets a lot of buttons in the centers, and I had some difficulty with the sulky on this one, so you'll see there's a slightly little black marks up here. I didn't worry about that because I know I'm going to be putting a button in the center of that so it won't show.
Otherwise, you could just wash it again.
Yeah, you can wash it again, which I will be doing with my whole quilt. Oops, where's June? Oh, that was June. Oops. What month is this? Here we come with July. I think you just saw me trim her. And then August.
Oh, she's cute too.
Oh, she was one of my favorites to stitch. Now she looks like she's chestless. But she has buttons that are her little bikini top.
And her hair.
Yeah, and a starfish goes in her hair.
Looks like she gave
herself a haircut. And then she gets little beads on her fish fin. And we do have those button kits still available. And for newcomers, they're also available. They're September. I added a little bit of lines here on my book. Look at my fingernails. I got a manicure today. Woohoo!
For this video.
Just for the video. I was so excited. And now here we have October. Isn't she cute? Now she looks a little naked up in here too because there's some buttons that go up in here. There's some stars and golly, I don't remember what else.
She has a lot of cuteness, I think.
Yeah. And then we have November, which is also very cute. Now on your patterns, November was different colors in here, but we are from Tallahassee, which is the land of FSU. And FSU's colors are burgundy and gold, or garnet and gold. So I just had to make my little girl be more garnet and gold. So that's her. And then we have December, which again, she looks like she's missing a few things like the star on the top of the tree, her little heart. There's little tiny buttons here for the holly, and there's little tiny white beads that go above and below the little holly border. And then I stitched, actually, I think on her, I was having a little bit of fun. I was really enjoying stitching, so I changed some of the colors from what the pattern suggests and used different colors for her. So that's the really neat thing about these is you can use different colors to whatever you like for whatever reason. If you have someone maybe whose birthday's in April and you want to, their favorite color is purple and you want to stitch the dress purple, go for it. So anyway, I'm going to get the rest of my little girls trimmed down and then I'm going to start assembling my quilt. So as soon as I get that pattern written up for you, we'll be getting that to everyone, and I hope you enjoy the Calendar Girls. Thanks for stitching. Happy stitching.